Hello everyone and welcome to Inspiring Best Living, where we talk about wealth creation, wellness and how you can have a well-nourished soul. My name is Remi Wesley Ogude and I'm very happy to bring one of our well-nourished soul series to you today. The topic is how you can build an intimate relationship with your spouse, and I'm happy to have my darling husband, charming husband. We've been married for about 30 years now, and he's here with me to speak to this very topic. I want to first start to tell us that building an intimate relationship with your spouse is not automatic. It doesn't just happen, it is made to happen. And we're going to share with you some practical steps you can take or tips on how you can build intimate relationship with your spouse. But I'll say one or two things before I hand it over to my lovely husband. One thing you can do is to have couples time. On such a day, you just want to be left alone by yourself and with your spouse to discuss things, to catch up, to have fun. You can do it within the house if it is quiet. If not, you can just get a place you walk to and do things together. Fun fair activities. You can do fun activities. You can also discuss, like I said, and bridging any communication gap. Just do things you love and be around each other and enjoy the day. The second thing you can also do in your marriage, if you really want to build intimate relationship with each other, is to have couples retreats. When I'm talking about couple retreats, I'm talking about going out maybe on a weekend or a long weekend where both of you will have more time to communicate, to discuss, to do things together, to share your life aspiration or things that you want to run by each other. You can do things that you just love to do. You want to be left alone as well, but you just have a prolonged rest and prolonged interaction together. It's a time to rejuvenate, it's time to refresh and to unwind and to distress and to come back fresh as husband and wife. I'm going to allow him to speak and share some tips that can help us to build intimate relationship.
Thank you very much, my love. Thank you. Amazing platform you've built here. I really appreciate you. So I'm going to share 4 brief points with you based on my relationship with my lovely wife. Like she said, we've been married for 30 years, but before we got married, we were in courtship as people of faith. We were in courtship for about 5 years. That makes 35 years. And then briefly, before we got into formal courtship, we also were friends for about 2 years. So in all, I've had the amazing opportunity of having this amazing woman in my life for about 37 years. That's a long time. And she still remains my best friend. I miss her a lot. If I am away from her for a few minutes in the day, my life is not complete without her. That's because over the years, God has helped us to build intimacy in our relationship. So I'm going to share 4 things that have helped us amongst many others. I want to start with the words of one of my mentors, Warren Buffett. Warren said that look for people who are examples to you rather than people you want to straighten out yourself. That's a very, very important recommendation. So look for people that are good examples for you. Who are the intimate couples that you know in your space? Some of them, you may be able to walk up to them and, talk to them and create relationship, visit them from time to time, invite them home for dinner, pick their brains, some of the things they're doing. Some of them you'll be able to follow, not in person, but follow maybe online and things like that. Remi and I have done that for as long as we have been friends. We have been very careful to select people that we know that they have that intimate relationship. It's not just the facade on social media and things like that. You really want to check them out very well to make sure that they have very healthy relationship. And so that's number 1. The second one is, it is important to take interest in each other's passion or aspiration. Very critical. All right. Ask questions like, what are your aspirations? Are you in this marriage? Are you really happy? What are things you have always dreamt about that you wanted to do that you couldn't do perhaps, those are questions that will prompt it. And such questions, you can't ask such questions in the busyness of the routine of the day. Those are questions you would ask when you get to the retreat that, my lovely wife talked about. Those are questions. So, and then map out things. How can I help you to do that? Over the course of just to give you a practical example, over the course of our marriage, there have been so many, aspirations I had and she had. And one after the other at our, retreats, we will talk about, I really, really love to do this. As a matter of fact, shortly before we came to the studio, now as we speak, we're currently in Manchester in the UK. We came to speak at a conference. We've been speaking at a conference for a couple of days. And we decided to stay back after the conference to have our own retreat. And one of the things I was discussing with my lovely wife this morning was, I was discussing with her about the next project, about my development, my personal development. And I spoke to her about those things. Now, in the course of everyday life, we won't have time to talk about those things. As a matter of fact, she was hearing it for the first time in terms of some of the moves I had made. I'd not really had a chance to discuss with it. So you get my point. So that's what's happened. So take interest. And the next thing is that she's looking for how to help me. Over the course of our marriage, when we started out in marriage, my lovely wife Remi had 2 degrees. I had only 1. But I had the aspiration to complete my professional designations and all that. Fast forward today, by the grace of God, I hold 3 degrees. She has 3 degrees. And each of those degrees represented aspirations at some point. And each time we discussed it, it became a joint project. She helped me to achieve those things. I helped her to achieve those things. Okay? The same with my professional exams. By God's grace, I'm certified in 3 countries today. As a CPA in 3 different countries. Each of those certifications were a project, but she didn't leave me to it. She helped me out. Took interest in those things, gave me resources and things like that. So that's number 2, okay? Take interest. Number 3 that I want to share, the third point I want to share with you is to embark on joint personal development programs. What do I mean by that? Now, growing up as individuals, there are other things that are not necessarily career related, but are just aspirations, the things you would love to do. You love to write a book, you love to, those are the things I'm talking about. You need to jointly come to personal development and find those things jointly that you have joint interest in and invest time and money. It may be, I love to play tennis, let's play tennis together. I love to swim, let's swim together. And such things like that. For example, today, Remi has been able to write, 6 books. If you go to, Amazon, if you type in Remi Wesley Ogude, you see all our books there, right? And when she wanted to write those books, it wasn't just her project, it was a joint project. As a matter of fact, several times we sat down together in our bedroom talking about the books, brainstorming. All of those activities create intimacy. The last one I would like to share with you is, of course, what we do today. Consider building long-term wealth together. What do I mean by that? Well, career is one thing that takes you away from your partner, if you think about it. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to meet your financial needs. Okay? But if you come together and say, okay, let's build wealth as a family. Oh, that is a game changer. Okay, Remi and I have embarked on that journey in the last 10 years, and the results are amazing. The result has given us financial freedom. The result has also enabled us to begin to lay the foundation to build a family business. Today, we are not just intimate, we are also bringing our children, and Remi has done an amazing job of integrating our children into it. So wealth is integrating us, and the business, the family business, is also integrating us in the way that our careers did not. Our careers just took us in different direction, and that is one of the reasons why couples are not very intimate, because of their career. There's a place for that as you start out in your career, but much later you begin to plan out, because your career will not last forever. One of my mentors said that a job is a temporary solution to money, which is a long-term problem. So you will still need money long after your career. So you can start planning something together now. And if you want to learn more about that, you can visit my personal website, wesleyOgude.com. If you're an executive or your husband is an executive, we have programs that we do there. We have a program we call High Income to Wealth. There's a foundation, an intermediate, and advanced in how to create wealth, leveraging your career and how to create wealth together as a family. You can also check highincometowealth.com, or check, High Income to Wealth YouTube channel. There are short videos there as well. I will turn it over to my lovely wife once again. Thank you, baby.
Thank you so much for those useful nuggets about building intimate relationship with your spouse. I believe this resonates with us, and if you want to continue to follow us up, check all our social media handles. And on this channel, I want to remind you that I'm here to inspire you in 3 key areas of life: wealth creation, wellness, and how you can have a well-nourished soul. Remember, you don't have to choose between being healthy and wealthy. You can actually have both as icing on the cake of a well-nourished soul. Till I come your way next time, I'm your host, Remi Wesley Ogude, and we're both here to inspire you for your best living. We love and appreciate you.